All right, let's get right into it because we are tracking a fundamental, almost seismic shift in artificial intelligence. Consider this an urgent briefing because AI is officially breaking out of the software box and stepping into our physical world. What felt like theory just yesterday, well, it is now very, very real.
And yeah, that quote, "The invasion has begun." We're using that on purpose because it really captures the stakes here. This isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. We're talking about an invasion of our digital and even our physical spaces by a totally new kind of AI. It's not a passive tool anymore, just sitting there waiting for you to type something. No, it's become an active force.
So what is an autonomous agent really? Well, the key phrase you need to remember is penetrating an operating system. You see, unlike a chatbot that just spits out information, an agent can actually take action for you. It's the difference between finding a flight and actually booking it, or writing code versus finding the bug and fixing it. We're talking about a whole new level of capability.
So, how did we make this leap? Well, this move from simply chatting to actually doing stuff, it's a whole new ballgame. A huge turning point was the reveal of a model class called OpenClaw, which basically blew the doors off what we thought was possible. This isn't just another large language model. Nope, we are now officially in the era of the large action model.
And this really breaks it down, doesn't it? On one side, you have chatbots. They provide responses. On the other, you have agents. They perform executions. The real power, the true value, has shifted from just answering questions to actually getting things done. Execution is the name of the game now. It's all about action.
So how does this actually work under the hood? It's kind of a three-step dance. First, the agent analyzes your desktop, basically learning the layout like a person would. Then, and this is the wild part, it penetrates the operating system's kernel, which gives it incredibly deep access. And finally, it executes. It starts using automated clicks and keystrokes, essentially turning your own computer into a self-driving machine.
But here's where it gets really interesting. This revolution, it's not just stuck on your screen. It is breaking out into the real world, into our physical reality. And a massive battle is shaping up with two very different strategies for who gets to control your personal environment.
First up, you've got OpenAI's play, and it's aggressive. Think of it as a closed hardware invasion. They've quietly put together this secret A-team of over 200 hardware gurus from places like Apple and Tesla. And their goal is crystal clear: kill the smartphone. By baking AI directly into things like smart glasses, lamps, and speakers, they want to create ambient AI, an intelligence that's just all around you, making your phone feel like a relic.
But then you have Samsung fighting back with a totally different strategy. They're not trying to build a walled garden. Instead, they're turning their Galaxy devices into what you might call agentic arbitrators. They're teaming up with specialized agents like Perplexity for search so they can always pick the best tool for the job. Their strategy is all about agentic diversity, building a powerful coalition instead of a lonely fortress.
And look, this isn't just about your smart lamp or your speakers. The real heavyweight fight, the corporate takeover, is happening right now, as these agents are fundamentally rewiring the entire global economy from the inside.
This brings us to a new term you're going to hear a lot more of: gray-collar automation. The team-up between the AI company Anthropic and the IT giant Infosys, it's all about this. And we're not talking about replacing blue-collar jobs on an assembly line anymore. This is something else entirely.
Yeah, you heard that right. AI is the new middle manager. Anthropic's Claude models are basically being hired as agents to run incredibly complex industrial operations. They're spotting financial fraud, optimizing entire factory floors in real time using live data, and making decisions that no human manager possibly could. And the bottom line, we're talking trillions in savings and practically eliminating human error from these critical systems.
All right, that sounds impressive. I get it. But is it real? Is there cold, hard cash to back this up today? You bet there is. And for that, all we have to do is look at Amazon.
1.4%. Let that sink in for a second. That's how much Amazon's Rufus shopping agent boosted its gross merchandise volume in a single quarter. This isn't some rounding error. This is a staggering direct financial impact. It's proof that these agents are already a massive business.
And that's the proof right there, isn't it? The model absolutely works. Agents are now plugged directly into our wallets. Amazon is using its gigantic AWS cloud and its insane amount of data on our shopping habits to create what is essentially an unstoppable money printing machine. It is total domination of the consumer cycle.
So you've got all these titans, OpenAI, Samsung, Amazon, Anthropic, all battling it out. But here's the secret. They all rely on one kingmaker. There's one undisputed power that's fueling this entire revolution from behind the curtain.
And this quote just nails it. In this new age, the real currency isn't the dollar, it's compute power. And Nvidia is basically the world's central bank. Every single one of these agents, no matter who builds them, is desperately hungry for the kind of power that only Nvidia's chips can deliver.
I mean, just look at their grip on the market. They have near total control over the training market. That's how these AIs get built in the first place. But now, they're aggressively moving to dominate the inference market too. That's when the AIs actually do their work. Their CUDA software is like an impenetrable moat that so far, nobody has even come close to crossing.
Okay, so let's boil this all down. What's the final verdict from this intelligence briefing? Number 1, the AI revolution has moved from just talk to real, tangible action. Number 2, the new battlefield is hardware, and the smartphone is squarely in the crosshairs. 3, we're watching a huge clash between closed-off systems and open ecosystems. And finally, number 4, beneath it all, silicon is still king, and right now, Nvidia wears the crown.
All of which brings us to one last and maybe the most important question for you to think about. The giants of tech are completely rebuilding their systems for this new reality. They are upgrading everything for the agentic era. The question is, are you?